Former New York Yankee and New York Met reliever Kyle Farnsworth with Armin and Levac on 104.5 The Team. And Kyle, at 39 years old, after a long MLB career, you are now the starting defensive lineman of the Orlando Phantoms. Let me begin by saying, what the what?
Just something I've always, wanted to do is play football, and obviously baseball came first, and played that for a long time, and then middle of last year, after the Astros let me go, I decided to try to pursue the football dream. So I started training for that, and found a team close to my town here in Orlando, and found that they had Orlando Phantoms were having an open tryout, so I went and gave them my best shot and ended up making the team.
Now, I mean, you've been a pro athlete your whole life, so I can understand the fitness level, but to start as a football player, late 30s, how are you, feeling each week? Like every time you play a game, are you like limping around for like a whole week?
No, surprisingly, it's definitely, I definitely taken my poundings a few times. So, I'm definitely sore, but, I guess over the years I've, been able to keep myself in shape for baseball. That has definitely paid off for me to be able to do it at 39.
Well, you're a defensive lineman for the semi-pro Orlando Phantoms. What about the technique? I mean, I've been to a number of college and NFL practices, and they talk about you got to do this a long time. You have to learn the proper technique. How did you just get out there and were able to be the star on the defensive line and start on D-line?
I still have tons of, technique to learn. There's a lot more that, I have to do. I don't know. Just going out there and just being aggressive, I guess. I played defensive end, and in high school, which was 20 some odd years ago. So obviously a lot has changed since then. But I'm just trying to use my athletic ability and my size the best way that I know I can, and ask questions from the other guys and try to learn from them and have them help me.
Now, like you're a fiery guy. Like when you take down a quarterback, do you talk a little smack? Like, yo, an old man just ate your lunch, kid.
No, I keep it, quiet. I don't get too excited unless it's a big situation. Like in our playoff game last Saturday, I ended up making a good play. I didn't want to, just always wanted to get back up and get back to the huddle, but one of our other defense linemen grabbed me and said, "All right, we got to take a selfie." I'm like, "What?" So they're having a good time with it too. But I try to keep everything under control.
Armin and Levac, 104.5 The Team, your home for New York sports. Kyle Farnsworth, a former pitcher for the Yankees, and Matt's joining us, now a member of the Orlando Phantoms. So how long does this dream go on, Kyle? You're 39 right now. How much longer are you going to play semi-pro football, man?
No, just play as long as I keep having fun. I'm an athlete. I'm a competitor, so I enjoy doing it. At the same time, I'm still throwing bullpens and staying in shape for baseball as well, so I haven't closed that door yet. This is something that, I can't sit around the house and do nothing, and I just want to be out there just competing.
All right, finish this sentence, Kyle Farnsworth. Kyle Farnsworth will be on a pro in either football or baseball team by the end of this year.
I'll have to say baseball.
But you're leaning football, aren't you? You can do it.
Well, someone's got to give me a call first. So so we'll see what happens. I won't close either door. So whoever calls first, I'll be more than happy to do it.
What if you're on the phone with a baseball team and all of a sudden the call waiting goes and it's a football team and you got the exact offer at the same time? Where does your heart lean?
I might have to go towards football just because I haven't really done it yet. So
that's awesome.
That direction.
so the water's still warm with baseball as well. You still have some teams that are keeping an eye on you or keeping updated with you.
Yeah, as far as I know, and it's my job. Since I haven't officially retired, I'm still able to play to stay in shape for baseball as well. I've been throwing bullpens and being ready that way. So like I said, I haven't closed that door yet at all.
So, all right. So, what gets you more pumped? What's bigger, a sack or a strikeout?
I've been asked that question quite a few times, and it all depends on the situation. Just a normal strikeout, I don't get too excited. But say big playoff game, big situation, it definitely get more excited. Same thing with the sack. So it's if it's just a normal sack and during the game, or say it's a big situation like in the playoff game and get sacked, I might get a little bit more upset at that time too. So it just all depends on the situation.
Kyle Farnsworth, former Yankee in New York Met with Armin and Levac on 104.5 The Team, your home for New York sports. Kyle, speaking of the New York Yankees, they have this system now where they have Dylan Betances coming into the 8th and Andrew Miller in the 9th and save opportunities with that 1-2 punch. Have you got an opportunity to keep in touch at all with baseball, what the Yankees are doing? Because this seems to be working with these two guys this year.
I just haven't really been watching that much baseball, but last week I've started watching more of it. And, it's definitely, anytime you can have dominant guys like that in the back of the bullpen, especially a left and right combination, it's huge. It has shortened, obviously the ball game, for the manager that way. But, it's, especially left-right, you can have either or come in the game and close it out. Depends on what the other team has out there. So, I'm sure Joe loves it to death to be able to have that kind of combination.
Joe absolutely does not want to name the closer. He says it doesn't matter, leave it up in the air. What would the reasoning be? If you have Betances, who was, kind of penciled to be the closer, is that just a mental thing, just to let those guys go do their thing, and that way he can use them either way that he wants to?
I'm going to guess, assume. I hate using the word assume, but, if it, just like the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, if it's working right now, there's no reason to change what they've been doing.
One of the things that's been working for him, Kyle, is a lot of the guys are growing mustaches and like a sign of unity. Would that have happened with Jeter there? When you were there, would you guys have all got together and done something like that?
I may have tried to grow one. I don't see G trying to grow one though. I don't know if it'd look too good on him, but no, it's fun when any kind of team does unity stuff like that. It shows they're working well together.
And this year, the Yankees with that I call it a gimmick, just for lack of better words, but with the mustache routine that they have going on, it sure seems like these guys are clicking really well. 1 year removed from Derek Jeter, less than a year removed Derek Jeter being removed on that roster. Does that surprise you at all? Just that Jeter for 20 years a staple of that team, and these guys are really able to still gel year after him.
Yeah, teams have to do that, when they lose big pieces, to their team that have been there for a long time, and they have to find, their own way to be able to, mesh together and get back, going together again, and be able to find, that missing link that other person may have left behind. And, they definitely have the guys there to be able to do that. Veterans left and right all over the place, and the young guys, so it looks like they've, found it.
All right, probably the most important question I'm going to ask. Where do I get a Kyle Farnsworth Orlando Phantoms jersey?
I'm not sure. You probably have to contact Orlando Phantoms and figure out how they can get you one.
I think that would just be cool to have. You know what I mean? Like Farnsworth, isn't he a baseball player? Not anymore, kid. Not anymore.
Yeah, I had to wait till I was 39 to start playing football.
That's sick, man.
Do they get do the other players get annoyed with that? Like, dude, seriously, 39 and you're out getting sacks? Like, seriously?
Yeah, like I said, no one really knew who I was or how old I was until probably a couple of weeks ago, and I think that a lot of people are still in shock, but it's just my competitive nature and fire, and be able to keep myself in good shape for a long time, and I don't mind being called grandpa or whatever out there they want to call me. So as long as I'm producing, that's fine with me.
Did you ever yell at the other players, "Get off my lawn"?
No, not really thought about that.
That should be your sack dance. Like, you should get up and just yell at them, "Get off my lawn."
I'll keep that in mind the next time I do it.
I'm your age, by the way. Just to
Former Yankee and Matt, Kyle Farnsworth with Armin and Levac on the team. Hey, Alex Rodriguez, obviously big time in the news. Was he a good teammate in the clubhouse? We hear great things about that aspect of his career.
Yeah, me and him got along fine. He's very particular on doing his job, and he showed up to the park every day, prepared himself, physically and mentally. And as a teammate, that's the only thing you can ask for. Go out there and get yourself ready and produce on the field. And as far as that, he's obviously a huge name and has a lot of media attention and press, and it's I'm sure it can wear on people. But at the same time, as he come to the field, he did his job.
When he's also 39. Is there any openings on the Phantoms for Alex Rodriguez?
Yeah, if he's more welcome to come along and try out, I'm sure I can finagle his way on there, and I'll get him a spot and for open tryout for sure.
I will fly down to that game. I swear.
He goes along for anybody on the team, They're more welcome to come try.
That's awesome. Kyle Farnsworth with Armin and Levac on 104.5 The Team. Kyle, congratulations to you, man, with your football career. We were big fans watching you through the majors, and good luck with whatever you pursue, whatever direction you want to go, and if we can ever help you as well, let us know, all right?
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it very much.